Guys, welcome to another exciting tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to tighten your overbust whenever you're trying to make a tube or a bustier. And also, if you're new on the channel, please like, share, subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So we'll go straight into it. So I said this is applicable when you're trying to make a tube top basically. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is the basic bodice I drafted in the previous video. So I will link that on the description box below. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is my front bodice. I'm just going to get the mid shoulder with slope. I'm going to find the midpoint. Here I have 4.2. If I divide, it's going to be 2.125. So I'm going to connect this point. I'm going to connect it straight to my bust point. I'm going to connect it straight to my bust point. And with this connected, I'm going to locate how I want this particular bustier to be, like how covered do I want it at the top. It depends on your client. You can ask your client. So there's something I call cup. So you measure your client from the underbust line to wherever you want the coverage to be. So for someone like me, I usually use 7 inches. So all of this will be shown in the measurement video. So this is what I call cup. I'll just measure 7 inches and draw a straight line across. Now this is a straight line across. Then I have to determine how deep I want the sweetheart neckline to be. So on your client, just measure, there's this bone in front, like around your neck area, downwards. It's called the cleavage measurement. So I'm going to be attaching an image on this video so you can understand what I'm saying. So for me, if I want my bustier to be really deep, sometimes I go 7 inches. But for this, I just want it to be 5 inches. So the next thing is to tighten the overbust. Now, the measurement for tightening the overbust, you can use from 0.5 inch to 1 inch, depending on how big your client is. So for someone like me, which is bust 36, I use 0.75 and it works perfectly for me. So I use 0.75 on both sides. Now I'm going to draw in the line. So this is it. I'm just going to draw in the line. Now with this, if your bustier is going to have like a sleeve, more like a little sleeve around the armhole, you can leave it this way. But if it's not going to have a sleeve, please just use your curve and slightly blend it into this armhole, just like this. Then for the center front, use your curved ruler and draw in your sweetheart neckline. So now if you're trying to do this as a bustier, you're going to close your bust dart and then cut through here. After closing your bust dart, whatever, if there's anything that looks like excess here, you just use your ruler and blend it through. So for the back, you're going to mark out the same thing because you don't want the back also gaping. So you're going to mark the same measurements. I came down from here, down this line is 5.625. So I'm just going to do that from the top line, 5.625. I'll do the same thing here, 5.625. You can do this, or you can just check how many inches here and connect what you want to connect. So I'll check from here how many inches from here. So I'm just going to check how many inches from my chest line upwards. So I have about 1 inch. So I'll just draw in 1 inch here around this point. So at the lower back, depending on how low you want it to be, you can decide how low. If you want it this low, it's fine. If you want it this low, it's fine. So most of the time I use like 1 inch below the chest line, but it's your preference, anything you want to do. So this is what I'll do. I'll just connect it to this point. So I'll just connect it to this point because that's how it is here. So I'll just slightly, so I'm reblending this because I don't want it to have anything that looks like armhole or anything there. So I'm reblending this, what I'm doing here. So instead of leaving it this way, you're going to definitely need to tighten the upper chest. You're going to tighten it a bit. So you can use from 0.25 to 0.3, depending on the kind of tightness you want. So I'm doing 0.25, and on this part I'm also doing 0.25. so watch the way I'm going to connect it to my waist dart. So just do this, and just do this. This is okay. So you can decide to close up here. But first of all, before you close up, make sure that they are equal. Check what I have here is 6.75. So I'll check what do I have here is 6 point. So I need to extend this outward a bit. All of these checks are just to make your outfit come out really nice without shortage. So if I'm cutting, I have to cut like here, but I like closing my back. I like closing it up without a dart. So I'll just bring this part, and hold it together. So for this other side now, what we are going to do, you're also going to check from this point to here is 4.25. So I also check what I have here. What I have here is 4. So that excess, I'm going to add it back, which is 4.2 this. So I'm going to add it back. All of this is so that you don't have shortage when sewing. So you don't have shortage when you're trying to sew. So now we're done with this. So if you want, this is just a tube without a strap. If you want a strap to this, if you need a strap on this dress, you just have to measure from here. What do you have from here? Measure it. Whatever you have here, let's say we have 5.512. So 5.1452, 5.152. So you also check on this midpoint too. What do you have? So what we have here is 7 inches, because everything is going to be on the darts. You have to put everything around here. So the midpoint is where you're going to put it. So you have here for the back, you have 7. For the front, you have 5.521. So if you sum the two of them, you're going to have 12.125. So with the 12.125, you can add half inch allowance, and then you have your strap. If this tutorial has been helpful to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.